Yo, welcome back to No Bad JuJu. This is episode 7. I will be talking to you from after the game with A&M Commerce, now East Texas A&M. Commerce just sounds better. Um, we ended up losing the game about 41-40. We literally lost by 1 point. So, um, it was a good game. It was a great game for us too. You want to get the win. You always want to get the win. There's who plays the game if they don't want to win. But this one, it felt like we definitely accomplished something, even though we lost. It was definitely a great game. Guy AJ Wilson had like I don't know, like 200 something yards. I'll put it on the screen. It's like 200 something yards, back to back plays, just making them look dumb. Like no DB could guard him, especially the DB that was talking trash. But like no DB can guard him. But I'll definitely say it was one play, just one, that was the deciding factor. Like if any play, if it was any play, it was probably definitely in the fourth quarter. It was definitely during the fourth quarter. I know that for sure. But it definitely came down to one play. But what ended up happening, we got the ball back. It ended up being 41-40. We got the ball back. We drove the ball down the field. We got into field goal range. We kicked the first field goal. It missed, but there was a I don't want to say illegal formation, but there was somebody who was lined up over the center, the long snapper. So we got a re-kick, and kicked it again. Went right, so we missed that one too. Um, so that's how we ended up losing. But it's funny because the game last week when we played Nichols, it's the same exact thing that happened to us, or like to them, that happened to us this week. They got the ball, they drove down. They got flags to help them, but they got down the field. They kicked the field goal. They missed it. We got a flag for roughing the kicker. They get a re-kick and they missed same spot. Missed right. Far probably wasn't far, but he missed. They missed right and we missed right. So it's crazy to think how those parallels is just like literally like right next to each other. But I want to give a big thank to AJ Cutter. Definitely those two. Cutter he definitely stood out this game. He did great. Just getting the ball out, throwing bombs to wide receivers, and wide receivers just making plays. So where do we go from here? This is That was the second to last game of the season. We win that game, we have a chance to get third place in our conference because SFA lost to UIW. So we could have fought for third if we're playing this week, playing Northwestern State, a team that's 0-10. I'm not saying that matters. Anybody can be anybody. Clearly, we just seen, but we would have been hopeful like to get third place. Now we're sitting about seventh place. Total record right now we're 4-7. We have the opportunity to go 5-7. I still think that's pretty good. You know, saying 2 years ago we were going 2-9 and 1-10. So it's still better than the last times, like with other coaches too. So we still have a chance to break off pretty good this season. And I don't see this. I mean, obviously, I can see it as a loss, but it's definitely a building moment for the program still with Coach Bachtel. Um, so it's definitely nothing to be disappointed about for real. You always want to win, but you got to look at the growth too. That's just my view on it. But this week we play Northwestern State. I'm not gonna underestimate the team. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna play this like it's a championship game. They're 0-10. They haven't won the game this season. They had some problems last year, on and off the field. Definitely rough times, so what that team's been going through. So it's not unexpected that this might be the season that they're having because of actions last year. But it's just the way college football is right now. So um, that's those are the cards. Those are the cards that are being dealt. And however we handle this game, we have to handle this game like it's a championship game. We have to be able to go into off season, because this is our last week. We have to be able to go into off season on the high, being hopeful for next season too, and just build off of all the good that we did this year, and not worried about all the bad. Um, and that's pretty much it. Not even gonna lie to you. But if I want to get into some things, some other things actually. I watched college football this week, and I want to talk about the Heisman race. I think that Travis Hunter might be. I know Ashton Genty, man. Like I would like Ashton Genty to win too, but you can't deny Travis Hunter. Bro's making picks, he's scoring touchdowns. He's playing both ways. He's been playing both ways the whole season, and I'm like, it's been a while since we even seen a player like that, like for real. So I think Travis is a big Heisman. I think he's the favorite to win. He might be pulling away. To be honest, late in the season, he might be pulling away. If Ashton Genty could get like a 300-yard game, maybe against Oregon State, or I forgot who they play this week, or I forgot who they play. But I know they play Oregon State either this week or next week. If he can do that, maybe he gets back. He definitely gets back into the race. But I just don't see nobody else getting close to them. Like for real, it's just them two basically just fighting for the spot. So that's my thoughts on it. Uh, Big college football plays, or let's talk college football. Let's just talk teams that won and lost. We got the biggest upset this week was BYU and Kansas. Kansas beat BYU by 4, 17-13. I definitely think BYU still a great team. They're definitely not gonna be able to race. They're guaranteed to be at least one team in the playoffs. That's guaranteed. And I'll stand on that. They're definitely gonna win one of those rounds. But them losing to Kansas, that's definitely gonna get into, that might get into their head. But it's not gonna hurt their team too bad. They dropped down to 9. That's fine. I want to talk about, like, if Colorado's to get in right now. This week, not many teams have two big games. The biggest game this week's probably Ohio State and Indiana. Everything else, it's not looking too competitive. Clemson, like it's like teams like Clemson playing out of conference games like the Citadel. That's not, and we know the Citadel's going to lose to Clemson. Like, we know they're going to beat them. But if Colorado wants to get into the playoffs, they not only do they need to win, but they need other teams to lose. That's a must. Like obviously top 12 teams. Like, you got Tennessee playing UTEP this week. You got Ole Miss playing Florida. That'll be a good game. If Florida can beat Ole Miss, that'll be perfect. You got Georgia playing UMass. Like, you just see the teams that they're playing. Like, this late into the season, out of conference games, that's just giving them a free win to just stay in the ranking that they're in. Miami playing Wake Forest. Like, that's understandable. They're the same conference. But you got Texas playing Kentucky, the same conference, that's good. Penn State, Minnesota, that's the same conference, that's good. BYU, Arizona State, same conference, that's good. Colorado, Kansas, same conference, that's good. But Clemson, Citadel, you got South Carolina playing Wolford. You got another big game, Notre Dame and Army. That's gonna be a very big game. If Army can win, Notre Dame's definitely getting dropped off. That will bump them up. Boise State's playing Wyoming this week, so they play Wyoming this week, and next week they'll play Oregon State. Bama plays Oklahoma. If some way Oklahoma can beat Bama, that would be good too. And then Kansas State and Cincinnati. So the biggest part. Whoa! Just saw something. That's weird. It's saying Kansas State is ranked 16, but Colorado's ranked 16. That is weird. That's a weird one. That's probably an error. They're supposed to be ranked like 25 maybe, because I know they lost the game. But yeah, if they even want a chance of getting into the playoffs, they need other teams to lose. So they need to be betting on Ohio State losing to Indiana, and they need to be betting on Notre Dame losing to Army. I'm pretty sure this is a big week for them. The higher teams to lose, it's definitely a low chance for more of the higher teams to lose. You really only got 2 games, but that's what they need to hope for. And that's it's gonna be a quick episode. I know I'm on camera this time. It's not just blank. I want to try something new. There's not really much else I can talk about. We have one more opportunity to go out and win, and if we can do our best, then let's do that. Let's go out with a bang. I love the team. I wouldn't want to be a part of any other team, to be honest. I just want to maximize on our opportunities. So, well, that's pretty much it for me today. I do want to get more guests, or this is big going into the off season. I'll be able to get more guests on the show. More sports, because all my friends will be coming back down. Those who play college football and those who don't. I would just be able to get a variety of topics and a variety of guests on the show, so I could just keep posting all that. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. I already texted some of my partners saying if they want to get on the show, and they're happy to do it. So it's just a matter of time and setting up just setting up appointments. Get them on. I'll say big episode. I like to have a big episode after Northwestern, after a win, preferably. Definitely want to do that after a win so I can enjoy it with the guys. I might even plan to have it right after the game, where I just got my equipment and stuff set up to the side. I just pull, and then I pull some of my teammates out to the side with the microphone. We're just talking about the game and how they like the season, and giving us some shout outs and give everybody some viewing on the camera. So I want to mention mic'd up stuff. So obviously we won't be going to the playoffs this year, sadly, but I'll be able to go to high school games, maybe even other college football playoffs or college football players games, hopefully. But another option in content is me doing mic'd up videos. I had a mic'd up video already. I posted it on TikTok, and just to try it out, put a poll up there. Seems like more people would like the content, so I'll definitely be trying to work that in to see if I can just get people mic'd up. Not many people can get mic'd up in high school, so that can be an opportunity to go to schools, ask if they want their players mic'd up for promotional material or something like that, and I just record for them. Get that, because I already got the equipment. Look, got the Ceremonic. Ceremonic works perfectly. This video is not sponsored either, but Ceremonic works perfectly. I got the one kit. Let's see, I got the one mic kit right here. So this has been working perfectly for me ever since I got it. And the range is crazy. I can go to the whole football field. I'll post some other things on. I'll be able to post some other things. With me using it, I can give some example videos. I got one with Deuce McMillan, wide receiver on my team, number 2. I got some footage with him. I had some footage on TikTok that from Iowa Colony. With the freshman quarterback. I wasn't able to do it with varsity because I had a game the next day. Obviously I have my responsibilities. But after now, going into the offseason, I'll have more freedom, and now it's just a matter of teams get further in the playoffs, then I'll be able to do that. So, but that's all. That's pretty much it for me today. This is JuJu, who's on No Bad JuJu, my show. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe. Share it. I'm thankful for the views. God bless me to be able to express my talents this way. So I'm just glad I can execute His will that He has for me. But that's all I got. Goodbye.